the way they define luck, right, is a combination of preparedness meeting opportunity. And I felt just really prepared when the opportunities came along. And so I consider myself quite lucky that that worked out the way it did.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to WFMT's Artist Icebreaker series, where we're going behind the scenes with artists performing at all of the greatest Chicago music festivals this summer, Ravinia, Grant Park, and the like. Today, we have a very special guest because he's going to be performing in the final concerts of the Grant Park Music Festival, and he's also a Chicago native. I'd like to welcome David Govertsen to the program. Hello, David. How are you doing this rather hot day in Chicago?
Doing just fine. I'm in my basement where it's nice and cool, and I have iced tea.
Beautiful. And I do have to ask really quickly about your vinyl collection before we go any further, because you look like you have quite the impressive collection behind you.
It's a whole mix of things. As you can up here, this is all like symphonies and things. You can see kind of got scratched up by the cats when they were on the bottom shelf once upon a time. And what else do we have? Lots of pop stuff here, jazz, a whole variety of things. And all the vocal stuff is actually, you can't see, is on the backside. So actually a lot of it came from when I was in college at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb. And the radio station was, upgrading to not vinyl. And they were just giving things away.
And now, see what's happened? Vinyl's come back around again. It's like full circle.
Has. So what a trendsetter I was.
So let's actually talk a little bit about how you got into music. What was kind of the catalyst to get you into this world?
Sure. Well, like I often say, in my past life, I was a brass player. I was a trombone player, and I didn't really come to singing until college. It's been really fun. My undergraduate degree was in music education. I taught public school for a number of years, and then I sort of branched off into more professional singing, and now I teach as a voice teacher at a number of colleges. So I feel blessed that I've had a sort of rich and varied career as a musician, and I feel really lucky about that.
You mentioned you started as a public school teacher. What made you want to shift careers then? Because I know lots of people who go on to teach for 20, 30 years at sometimes even the same school district.
Sure. Well, it was a couple of things. One, as an undergraduate, I never wanted to be a singer. I just wanted to have a job teaching and sort of make music on the side. And sort of as I was making music on the side, it became a little bit less on the side and sort of more part of what I was doing on the regular. And so I got a master's degree at Northwestern in vocal performance. And, I was really fortunate that a lot of really big singing things happened for me right as I was in graduate school and as I graduated. I was really fortunate how the stars aligned.
Speaking of the stars aligning, you stepped in on short notice and performed at the Lyric Opera of Chicago. Can you tell us a little bit about that exciting experience?
Sure. Well, it was actually, I forget what year that was. Well, no, I don't. It was 6 years ago because my son is just turned 6 years old. And this all happened the year he was born and before. And so, part of the fun thing. So I was in the Young Artist program at Ryan Opera Center at Lyric Opera. And what that typically involves is singing small parts in the main stage production and understudying larger parts. I was singing a small part and understudying the lead. And the lead became ill. And so I got to sing a performance. It was Strauss's Capriccio. Piece that isn't done that often, and it was very exciting to get to step in and do this really big role with big international stars like Renee Fleming and Anna-Sophie von Otter. It was pretty great. And that was also the year that I sort of stepped in and did something last minute for Grant Park. There was a challenge with some of the singers who were coming from the UK with visa issues, and so Christopher Bell, the Grant Park chorus director, he said, well, no problem. We have some excellent singers in the chorus. And so he asked if I would do it and some of my colleagues. And so we got to sing the solos in a James Macmillan piece that same year that I got to go on for this big role at the opera. So it was a lot of fun. And just part of what life is as a singer is, singing jobs come in all shapes and sizes. And those suddenly I had a couple really big jobs to do.
Yeah, and it's also, testament to the fact that as a musician, I think you have to be prepared for any opportunity that comes your way.
The way they define luck, right, is a combination of preparedness meeting opportunity. And I felt just really prepared when the opportunities came along. And so I consider myself quite lucky that that worked out the way it did.
And now, of course, you will be at the finale of the Grant Park Music Festival on Friday and Saturday. Do you still get stage fright a little bit, or is that a thing of the past for you at this point?
Well, sure. I mean, less and less, but the piece I'm doing, it's the Handel Dettingen Te Deum. It's a piece I've done once before, but many years ago. I have to really sort of work on it a bit, unlike, say, Handel's Messiah, which I've sung dozens of times. So yeah, it still happens. Family and friends are actually the hardest audience. Those are the audiences I often get nervous for. So
thank you so much, David, for spending some time with us today and talking about your lovely, very interesting musical career so far. Of course, I want to remind everybody that David will be performing at the finale of the Grant Park Music Festival on Friday, August 20th, Saturday, August 21st, and remind people once again what you in particular will be singing.
I'll be singing in the Handel Dettingen Te Deum. On the concert, there's also a Mozart violin concerto. So I'm not the only thing, but you'll see me up there for the Handel, I'm sure.
Thank you again.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.